noscoper 3 is here. This new journal will go over some distressing things that have happened to me in my MLG life recently. Let's start on January 88th. It was an average day. I was hanging out with my pals and playing some classic video games like Wii Sports and Club Penguin Simulator. Later when I went home, I found out something horrible happened. All of my stuff, including my blunt, was robbed and my house burned down. What 69 heck, I yelled. Unlucky for me, my family was just coming back from therapy and were really mad. They had no idea who robbed our house. Me mum and a doseb screamed.
I swear to heck, whoever wrecked our house is going to get fucked in the ass without lube.
I had an idea who robbed our house. See, these new neighbors moved in last week. They seemed pretty friendly, so I gave them all of our social security numbers, credit card info, Pornhub logins and more. After a bit of thinking, I came to the conclusion that they robbed our house. I swiftly jogged over and found out that they had moved away. My parents were so mad they disowned me and sent me to exile in a remote island location named Not MLG Island. Once there, I befriended other refugees and began a new life. I introduced everyone there to weed and other MLG stuff like doges, bread, and video games. However, the current leader of Not MLG Island got pretty mad with my increasing popularity and decided to make MLG items illegal. With the power of weed, I was able to gain supporters and I began a campaign which eventually ended up with the overthrow of the leader and his cohorts. Based on the opinions of my new friends, I became Supreme Dictator of Not MLG Island, which I renamed to MLG Island. After 69 hours of being dictator, I got bored. I commanded my MLG loyal subjects to build a boat so we could travel back to mainland. Although the boat broke down after a vicious squid attack 5 meters in, we managed to aqua-jog the remaining 21 feet to mainland. Once there, I used a phono book to look up where my old neighbors live now. I found their new address and commanded my army to carry me to their house. Once we got there, they were too tired to fight and left me so they could go smoke some weed and noscope kids. I used Sonic speed to rush into the house so I could get a sneak attack on them. Unfortunately, they saw me and called back up. I got stuck in a 1v 5 and got wrecked pretty hardcore. They locked me in their basement, with nothing. Not even a blunt or some marijuana, only some dank bread. Luckily, I still had my phone on me so I was able to call up my homie and tell him to come rescue me. My backup arrived pretty fast and we had an epic brawl. In the end we wrecked them. I managed to get all my stolen stuff back and took enough money to get a new house. Everything was MLG again. Unfortunately, on the way home I got into a car crash. But it wasn't just a coincidence. It was actually the neighbors' snans. They were determined to rustle my jimmies, but wait. Despite it being a 1 versus 5, I summoned the power of Lord Gabbin, the god PewDiePie and the essence of weed to shank them. I called my parents and explained to them what happened. They forgave me but still grounded me for 420 years and confiscated my blunt. So yeah mates, that is pretty much it. Thanks for reading these hard times I am going through in my life.